Okay, so we've got this mod called Similsax Transtructors, made like this. If we look at the other one, we can also see we can get this as well, which is more expensive. This, I believe, is 64 blocks. This is 16. Oh, wow. Interesting interface. What's going on there? Oh, I see. So I can right click there and it will go all the way 16 blocks. And you see if I had the advanced one, it's going to go even further, right? Yeah, it's going to go all the way to the end. And it would go even further if I had enough room in here. And I believe it's useful. Let's see. So only go. I don't know if you can build in the actual air though. Yeah, so that would put it there, right? Yeah. So that I assume is just building downwards. Yep. So I guess a lot of it is useful for this situation, right? If you're up somewhere. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure how you would be able to get down from anywhere. If this was a steep drop, would I be able to get down? Not really, right? I'd be able to do that. I suppose I would actually, because I'd be able to. What I would want to do is I'd want to click on the center block. And I could center here. So I'd have to do something interesting like this. Yeah, I'd literally have to place one there to get that. I mean, it is possible to get down from somewhere. I mean, but probably the most realistic thing would just be to place water, I guess. And I believe so it will always copy the block, right? I'll get some. Oh, so it tells you the target block. So that okay. So it can't go through blocks. So it's not going to place a wood on the other side of that. Kind of interesting though, isn't it? Doing stuff like that. You can very easily make stuff like this. It's one of those things. I've seen like there's other building mods that do more than this, but it does give you quite a lot of fine control, which I quite like. Yeah. Can you just hold it down? Yeah, you can. So I mean, this would let you do. This would actually be really good for doing like the base of stuff. You could make something really large, right? And it goes a long way. Yeah, that's actually significantly better than doing it by placing all those blocks. Purely based on the fact you can hold down the right click. So you could do. You see there, I don't run the risk of going outside of bounds either. It's pretty cool. If you look how large that structure is, placing all those blocks is actually going to be. I can start anywhere, right? I'm just curious, like. It's certainly a lot easier doing this. And I'll measure how big, and I'll tell you how big this is at the end. Yeah, the only problem with doing it this way is it's not going to. May as well finish it, right? Yeah, I have to do it like this. I'm not sure it's that much. Well, it probably is. I'd love to see the difference between if I place these blocks myself. I think the advantage with this is that you're not going to misplace blocks, because the amount of blocks that you misplace when you're doing an area this size. I think this definitely is significantly quicker, and it's also not like it's good because I've seen some of the other ones. They are a little bit intrusive in terms of this lets you have really fine control over everything. But again, whether it's better than just, I think for tasks like something which is we're just putting out a load of flooring like this, it maybe is a bit better. So I mean that's a pretty large area I just covered there. Yeah, I mean that is pretty decent size. The only issue I do have is that you can't place upwards. Is there really no way to do that? Like for instance, what if I didn't have this in here? I don't believe there is any way to place upwards. You see, the problem is I would have to have... If I wanted to place upwards, I'd have to do this, wouldn't I? Might not be the end of the world, though. might not be the end of the world. I mean, because digging out an area like this, it's actually it is actually really good. But I can't do this, can I? That's the only problem, right? I can't do that, I believe. Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I would have to... Because this won't go through there, will it? No, I'd have to have it like that. So the way to build it then is you'd basically want to replace this block with the outer layer afterwards. So you would just build the floor, and then you would build the floor, then the walls, then the actual base block here, which is different from the way you might normally do it. But yeah, I mean, there's you can definitely do some pretty large structures with it pretty quickly, and I do think there would actually be. I think what makes it easier is that you don't have to, because when you're actually building, normally it's just like this all the time, isn't it? And the difference, of course, is, I mean, you could also, in fact, the other way to do it is you could just do this, couldn't you? Well, no, you couldn't. Right, you couldn't just do this because you can't see through the block. The other way to do it, of course, would be just if you've got one like that. I mean, that's another way to do it. Just build the corner pillars. I think that would probably be the best way to do it, actually. Build the corner pillars up. Yeah. So you decide on your wall. You decide on your height. Will that not go further? I'm pretty sure it does, right? Yeah, it does. Yeah, you can build this really quickly then. Just by doing the pillars like this. And you only need 2 pillars, of course. Which is another nice fact. Man, you can get really quick building with that. Yeah. Very, very cool, actually. Very, very cool. Anyway, that's it.